Hey guys, so it has been 5 days since Donald J. Trump was elected president of the United States, and people are losing their shit. I mean, I'm not losing my shit, but I was definitely shocked. And not shocked in the way that most people are shocked right now, which is,
oh my god, I can't believe he won.
It's more of like, he had everything going against him, and he won. And now that the dark cloud of this election cycle is finally over, I feel like I've been able to sit back, reflect, look at everything that's happened, and I don't know why I was shocked. Here's why Trump won and why you should have saw it coming. So first of all, the theme of the entire election on both sides was change. Hillary Clinton was the most unelectable person the left could have possibly produced because she was the antithesis of the direction that the country is and should be moving toward. Hillary Clinton was the quintessential establishment candidate. I mean, she was the manifestation, the representation of everything that America is getting sick of, which is corporate interests dictating policy. So there were two people during this entire election cycle which incited, new, really passionate movements, mobilized Americans, and that was Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump. So when the DNC rigged the primary against Bernie Sanders, which we have evidence of through WikiLeaks, if you haven't read WikiLeaks, it's probably another reason why you're shocked that this happened. He then conceded to her and then went on to campaign for her. He split the movement that he had created in half. So many people suddenly became really disenfranchised and people didn't want to vote for Hillary. It also made Bernie look like a joke because she stood for everything he was against, but he still went on to campaign for her. In my opinion, that split that the DNC caused early on in the primary really decided Trump's victory. And regardless of what you think of Trump's movement, it never lost its momentum. It never lost its vigor in the same way that Bernie's did. Because whether you like Trump's change or not, he offered change. Hillary Clinton did not offer change. Hillary Clinton offered pretty much just, I'm a woman, and don't vote for this guy. Look at this doofus. Look at Trump over here. You gotta vote for me. Look at Trump. He's racist. And it just wasn't enough. I mean, Hillary's been involved in shady shit for longer than I've been alive, and people just didn't want to vote for that. For every, mean thing that Trump said, for every insensitive thing he said, for every crass thing that he said, there was something tangible you could point to coming from Clinton's side, something that actually harmed the American people beyond just hurting their feelings. I mean, there was Benghazi, there was the email scandal, there was illegally accepting millions of dollars from foreign countries to the Clinton Foundation, lying to the FBI. So in the days after this crazy election, I see a lot of people lying to themselves that racists elected Donald Trump. And this truly shows that people are still not getting it. Shouting out all the buzzwords, Islamophobic, racist, xenophobic, homophobic, transphobic, all election cycle didn't get her elected. People didn't take it seriously then, and they're not now. So yes, the majority of white people did vote for Donald Trump, but do you know who they voted for in the last two elections? They elected and then re-elected a black president. You really think they suddenly became racist when Trump stepped on the scene? In fact, there was only a 1% increase in white voters for Trump than Romney had in 2012. The white vote was also not enough to give him the win. The dirty little secret is that Trump won because of minorities. The black vote was up 7%, Hispanic up 8%, and Asian up 11%. So the candidate that was painted as, gonna gas all the minorities and so racist, won because of minorities. The reason why this election is so amazing is that Trump had everything going against him. He had the entire establishment going against him. He had every celebrity endorsement going against him. He had the sitting president campaigning against him. The entire mainstream old media that Hillary had in her pocket the entire time, which is why Trump's pussy tape got way more coverage than anything ever from WikiLeaks. There's even a huge part of the GOP that hated Trump, all the never Trumpers. But obviously what he didn't have going against him was the people. The people have spoken, not Katy Perry, not Beyonce, not the pollsters, not the pundits. The people spoke. And on top of all that, I think people got really fucking tired of being told what to do. To shut the fuck up, vote for Hillary because you don't want Trump. You have to admit that any TV channel you turned on, minus maybe Fox News, it was a never-ending bash Trump show. Every celebrity was forcing it down your throat, and people realized, I don't give a fuck what Beyonce says, what Katy Perry says, what Miley Cyrus says. These people don't represent me. These people don't have the same interests as me. And I'm not going to vote for someone just because they paid millions of dollars to all these celebrities to tell me that they're better. I think people were really sick of the direction the left was going in, which is, shouting just an endless stream of buzzwords, racist, Islamophobe, xenophobe, over simple dissenting opinions. And I think that also pushed a lot of people to vote Trump. Because they watched as everyone around them in every TV channel tried their best to paint him as a bigot, and they realized people actually do this to me too. That actually is what's happening now, is that people are getting called horrible things for simple disagreements. So I'm sure you're wondering at this point who I supported and if I'm happy or unhappy with the win, and I am and was a skeptical, at times unenthusiastic, Trump supporter. And if he would have told me at the beginning of his campaign that I would be open to Trump, I would have left you out of the room. And throughout the whole way, even as I was coming to grips with supporting Trump, I never was under some illusion that he was going to be like the most amazing president ever. I hope he is. I hope for everyone's sake he is. But I never really thought that. It was simply that I knew too much about Hillary Clinton. I took the time to read WikiLeaks, and I took the time to look into what a Clinton presidency would mean. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. And I've been saying this for a while. I think that in a lot of ways, Trump is unpredictable and a bit of a wild card. But at the same time, I think the issue here was Clinton was highly predictable. And that's what was scary. And the bitch cheated the entire way, rigging the primary against Bernie, getting leaked questions for the debate against Trump. I mean, I'm not going to vote for a cheater. So where are we at now? People are losing their minds. And although I have some grievances with him and his VP pick, I don't think he is the boogeyman that he was painted to be. I think that there was a lot of emotional manipulation on part of the media this entire election cycle. And so people are freaking out, but they genuinely believe that their entire family is about to be deported and the gays are going to be put in internment camps. Calm down, please. I mean, all this extra shit, vandalizing, rioting, calling for his assassination, assaulting people, ending friendships, lifelong friendships over this election, it makes us look like losers. It makes us look like people who speak of democracy as a platitude rather than something we value. It's time to put the fight aside, accept the fact that Donald Trump will be the 45th president of the United States, and come together as Americans. If he really does turn out to be literally Hitler, you guys know I will be there fighting him with you, because Lord knows I will be the first one in the damn oven. But until then, let's just take a breather.